This is the UGS Kongsberg SOP. How to turn on the Kongsberg. When turning on the Kongsberg, you're going to want to turn on the console, the computer, the mouse, and the knob that is underneath the computer. When it is on, you're going to want to open iCut Productions, which is on the desktop. If there is a table 0, you're going to want to press the pause button twice, the servo power on, the table 0, and finally the play button to turn it off. Getting the Kongsberg set up. You're going to want to start with tabletop reference, and when you do tabletop reference, you need to make sure that you have the head over the table. After that, you're going to want to do adjust tool height. You're going to want to grab the sensor from under the computer and put it on the table. Make sure when you put it on the table, you have the connector on the table so it doesn't fall off. Put the laser and the circle on the sensor to match up. If you see this warning, it means that you cross the sensors that are across each other on the machine. The light on the top will also signify that. Press the pause button twice and then the play button to start the machine again. When adjusting the tools, you want to measure all the tools. When you're done, you're going to want to hang the sensor back up with the connector on top. Starting a project. In the bottom left-hand corner, there will be the Add button to open a new project in iCut. Delete all the layers besides the cut mark and reg mark. You do this by the top right icon with the X in the box. Make sure the layers are in the correct order. Select reg mark for type and the camera for the tool in the reg mark layer. For the cut layer, you are going to want to have the knife as the rigid material knife 59 and the blade as the BLD SR 8170. The speed is always going to be 32.8, the acceleration 100, and the depth 0.015. Once you are finished setting it up, make sure to save the job before you move on. Save it in the same place as the PDF that you took. Look at the job on the table and make sure it is similar to the rotation of the one on the computer by right-clicking. Once you are done, you can head over to the Productions tab. On the computer, move the park icon to where you want the head to park after it's done. You can change the amount of copies on the Kongsberg will make without stopping on the computer. Before cutting, you're going to want to measure the material thickness. Move the head over the job before starting material thickness. You can move the head by the arrows on the panel of the Kongsberg. Once you are ready, press play to cut. When selecting reg marks, look for the reg mark that it is asking for and move the camera to select it. If you cannot find it, putting a binder ring around it can help make it easier. When it is done finding reg mark, it will begin to cut right away. If you see that the machine is cutting weirdly, check to see if the blade is broken.